I usually wonder how people react to various announcements. Despite the fact that the program of BlizzCon, or BlizzConline how it's called now, was leaked a week before the event itself, fans are still very hyped. But to me that tendency seems a bit alarming. I believe it's more or less obvious that Blizzard of today has almost no credibility as a solid game development company. After it was merged with Activision, nothing good was produced within the walls of its large office in Irvine, California. Diablo 3 and StarCraft add-ons were made more by inertia than careful planning of Activision's new leadership. But when we speak about new games, well, in their sheer attempt to catch up with Valve and Riot in a battle for MOBA audience, they made Heroes of the Storm. It was a failure even back in 2015, starting with the loss of Dota trademark. Originally the game was supposed to be called Blizzard Dota, and the fact that Valve's Dota was already a huge thing. Heroes of the Storm was supported by updates, but with no esport future, there is no future for this type of games at all. It gets no updates from 2019, so the end is just a matter of time. What then? Overwatch. Overwatch was developed on a rack of a mysterious MMO FPS/RPG codenamed Titan that was never announced. I was thinking for years that it will be a new standard in MMO genre, like a new World of Warcraft or something like that. But as we may understand now, based on various leaks, Titan was Destiny-like looter shooter and Activision decided to cancel it, giving way to a project of newly obtained Halo developers. So, Overwatch. I'm not a big fan of Overwatch, though I give the game all the credits for being so popular and presumably good. Valve created Dota, Blizzard instead decided to create their own Team Fortress. Deal. But let's be fair, ladies and gentlemen. Is this game really of Blizzard's degree? A multiplayer shooter with no story. It has a fairly small dev team and consumes not even half of Blizzard's capabilities. You may find this statement offensive, but I will repeat. I can agree with the fact that Overwatch is good and its popularity is well deserved. Still, as a Blizzard fan, I was expecting them to be something larger, something on the same level with Rockstar or Bethesda. What I see now is nothing even close. Now, let's proceed to the recent and I hope the last one, BlizzConline. I have nothing to say about Hearthstone, because I'm very far from collectible card games as a genre, and again, I don't think that collectible card game can be a flagship project for a company like Blizzard. The tendency of remakes in gaming industry already became a norm. Some games deserve to be completely reworked. For some it's better to remain in the pit where they were thrown. Blizzard has a great pool of titles that already became classics even in the original state. Is it really such a necessity to create remasters for them? Well, yes, if it will be done with respect and won't ruin the original experience. What we see here? Oh yes. Warcraft 3 Reforged, or Refunded as it was labeled on Reddit. A terrible mess of a game that was outsourced by some Malaysian company no one heard of. It is so bad and deliberately sloppy that even fans were outrageously disappointed. Character design looks like it was based not on Warcraft 3 itself, but on some random fan sketches from DeviantArt or where you people post this sort of content. It seems that Blizzard didn't care about the final quality at all, therefore we have to blame them, not the company that was actually doing the job as it was ordered. Blizzard is now in a state when they have lost all their credibility. After 2 decades of success, when every game was an event of great caliber, they are slowly but gradually stepping down the massive staircase leading to nothingness. World of Warcraft is 17 years old, and there is no adequate successor on the horizon yet. Instead, Blizzard decides to make WoW classic and play on fans' nostalgic feelings, reminding them of times when they were young and happy and the grass was greener. Times long gone. Yes, the audience for this sort of content was always significant. free vanilla servers had large online, at least those which were not shut down by Blizzard itself. But to me, the tendency of WoW Classic spreads on the whole company. Unable to make something new and great, they try to improve their image by re-releasing old games in a flash of remakes, remasters, reforges, resurrections. You can call it whatever you like, but the situation is still the same. We remember these games. We never even forgot about them. But how does this coincide with your inability to write history, not to remind? Finally, Diablo 2 Resurrected. I don't even know what to say here. The game looks solid. It has completely new visuals with 3D environments that carefully recreates the original sprites. It will be available on consoles with cross-saves between all platforms, and you can switch new and original graphics instantly at runtime. Why they started with the second game? Who knows? Why they made Warcraft 3 remake and not the previous ones? It is the most popular game in the series, presumably. I have no doubt about Diablo 2 Resurrected be great. It is developed by people outside of Blizzard, though Blizzard bought the company recently. Maybe some of them are real fans of the series. But I don't believe that one good remake will save out the ambiguous reputation of a company that tries to get back on board by making remasters of old games and manipulate fans' feelings. It seems like an initiative from Activision to increase the profitability of Blizzard, that was making and cancelling games indoors while creating add-ons for WoW once in 2 years and supporting Overwatch together with Hearthstone. That is definitely not a big deal for a company so large. What I wanted to say is that you can enjoy the all-new Burning Crusade. You can play Diablo 2 Resurrected and have fun with it. But remember one thing, despite being good old games, that can as well be a sign of a greater disease. Blizzard's inability to handle new ambitious projects of a scale that fits its once glorious name.